Hey everybody, welcome back to Tavian's World of Reptiles. I hope you are all taking care of yourselves. I know it has been a very long time since I've actually sat down and made a video, well over a month actually, and I deeply apologize for that. Summertime just gets really busy for me, and I was kind of unprepared. This is, I guess, my first summer really with videos, with doing videos, so I wasn't prepared to know what that was going to look like for myself with being able to do videos, but now I know that summertime get really busy right there in the beginning. My hours go up for work. I have more hours available to me, so I take them. And then with that, I have to spend more time trying to figure out how to stay social with my larger work schedule. And so just trying to find time to squeeze in videos just got really hectic, and it was just not a thing that could actually happen. So I just didn't even bother. I also worked the summer music festival that I think I talked about in my last video, but I might not have. But Oregon Country Fair, not a country music festival, but happens out here, and I actually worked that. And so that was I was gone for a tough solid 10 days for that alone. And so yeah, now I am back, and things are settling out a little bit. It took me a while to get back into the groove of life from after being out there in the woods. But I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling great. I've come home. I've made some changes to some of my snake enclosures, like I really wanted to do. Some things I have not quite gotten to yet, but it's been a while, so I'm going to update you on what I have done so far. And actually, I think the last thing that I was talking to you guys about is that Sarabi, my alligator lizard, had gotten out to surprise everybody here in the house, and I suspected that she might have actually gotten to the outside because of all the open doors and windows that were happening, or I had hoped that anyway. But it actually turned out my roommate ended up finding her. She was doing some cleaning, grabbing some cords and moving stuff around, and she grabbed what she thought was a cord, and it turned out to be Sarabi's tail, and Sarabi took off running. I mean, she still has her tail, so I'm glad she didn't drop it in that process, but we ended up getting her, so she is back home now. I had taken down her tank and everything, so currently she is in this large tub, this deeper tub, and hopefully we can get her back into her other enclosure. At the moment, I can actually order a lid. So yeah, once I'm able to get a lid for that, I will get her back into that. But for now, she will be in that tub temporarily. But it's working for now, and I'm just glad that she's gotten home and she's fine. She didn't look like she lost a lot of weight. She is still grumpy as ever. But yeah, so good news with that is Sarabi was found and she is back home. So that is an update with her. What else do we want to talk about? I have also moved, finally gotten baby Toph and little baby Skeleton out of their tubs, and I have placed them in their new enclosures. There's that setup that I was showing you guys before. As you can see, it still does have stickers on the door fronts, but I'll have to figure out how to get those off. But overall, I think it looks really good. They both have a lot of space to like climb around and move in there. And I was unprepared for the amount of space actually, so I'm gonna need to get some more plantage or something to fill that space and make it seem less open. But for now, they both seem to be thoroughly enjoying their space. I see them moving around at night regularly. I actually get to see Skellington moving around and doing his climbing tree thing, which is why I really want to get more in there for him. But even with what he has, I've been able to actually see him move a lot more, which I'm grateful for, because you just can't see them be as active when they're in the tubs. So I'm happy to be able to get them inside of this better enclosure, and I think it looks fantastic. I have, of course, those like blue barrier things there to help keep the dirt in. Just something I had to finagle together to make that work. It'll adjust and it'll change and it'll get better. But for now, it is working, and I'm very happy with the way it is all worked out. The humidity stays perfect inside of there, and I think it's going to work out great for them for a while. Now that they are out of their tubs, I was actually able to move Lestat, my bull snake, out of his little tub, which, if you remember, he was in something like this. This is just like a dirty thing I was using to expand my bricks, but he was in something like this, and so now he has been moved into one of those other enclosures, the other tubs that Toph and Skellington came out of, as you can see. But I thought about putting him in the enclosure with them, because as you can see, with this tall enclosure, there's plenty of space down here to add a second or a third enclosure, even a fourth one possibly. However, those two have higher humidity requirements, and the humidity is staying strong in there. Yes, it fades, but it stays humid for a long period of time, really high. And I don't think all the way down to the second enclosure with this, without actually affecting, without actually me influencing it. And so I think if I were to try to put Lestat in there, the environment itself would still continue to be too humid. Like the humidity levels of the two above would come down into his space, and he doesn't require that level of humidity, and it could cause him to get sick with respiratory problems. So I'm not going to do that. I don't think I want to do that. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, just because, like I said, the humidity requirements are vastly different, and they're up there and he is not. So I'm not going to put him in there, as much as it would be convenient space wise to just be able to make a third enclosure down there. I just don't want him to be exposed to that level of humidity. So for now, he's going to stay in this tub. But he has got upgraded, so he has a lot more space to actually do more climbing and all that. Not that bull snakes do a lot, but he's gonna be able to do a lot more than what this was able to allow him to do. And so it's not a huge improvement, but it is better than that, and so I'm happy about it. So that is what, 3 enclosure upgrades. The Sarabi was found. Oh, the leopard geckos, they are doing fantastic. Mama is not a mama, actually. She did not end up having eggs in her at all. I put the lay box in there. It was in there for a very long time. Nothing happened. And I've looked in her belly. There's no signs of there being eggs in there. So she's not pregnant, which is a good thing. I don't think I would have really wanted her to be pregnant, just because of multiple reasons. I just don't think I would have wanted her to be pregnant. So I'm glad she's not. And the babies, they are doing fantastic. They are eating pretty well, growing a little slow, but still eating really well. They're moving around. They're super adorable. They've gotten some size to them. Not a whole lot of size, but they've gotten some size to them, and they've gotten a lot more active. They move around with a lot more confidence, and I love it. I think they're doing great, and I'm about 85% sure that I'm actually going to end up keeping them and not actually rehoming them in the end. But we will see. That's still only at 85%. But yeah, everybody else is doing fantastic. All the snakes are doing well. I have not actually gotten to up here the white enclosure that I said I wanted to take the middle piece out and make a full enclosure for Tigger. I have not gotten to that yet. As I said, I've just been very busy. I've only just now taken time to really bust out these last few enclosures over the last week. So I just haven't really gotten around to that, but that is definitely coming, and I will do a video on that when it happens, because I'm sure he will love it. He will be so excited to get out of the tub that he is in, his quarantine tub currently. I know he's done with it. I'm sure he would love to be able to do more moving within his enclosure than what he's capable of doing now. Yeah, I'd take him out, but it's just not a, it's not the same as having enough space to move without being held. So yeah, I think that's it for my update. I don't think I have much more to update. The leopards are doing great. Yeah, Sarabi is back. Tit Sorry, Skellington and Toph got new enclosures, as well as Lestat got an upgrade to his enclosure. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. That's it with all the animals. Everybody's doing fantastic. And I'm very excited to be able to get back to doing videos and everything. So now I just gotta think about what are the things I would like to talk to you guys about now that I'm getting back into the flow of things. So I mean, there's some things I need to update you guys on a little bit more in detail, like the leopard geckos, like the babies, and how their MBD is doing. So those are future videos that I would like to come out with. And then just, yeah, let you guys know how things go as they go. So anyway, you guys take care. Love yourselves. Love your family. Love your loved ones. Love your reptiles. And you guys keep spreading those herbs.